Hi, I'm Steve Shelburne, owner and operator of Shelburne RV here in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee. Morning. Hope everybody had a great Christmas with your family. We were off for the week between Christmas, so did a few small odd end jobs I had to go on get done up here. I did those. Cousin Gary was up here helping me, but yeah, we're back here on a foggy Monday. We'll be off Wednesday for New Year's, but yeah, we're back. And as you can see, the parking lot's empty. The boys have caught me. They're about out of work. So yeah, a little bit concerning on that end, just because still got bills to pay. So yeah, that's the again, we talk about this. December through January, February is always my scariest time of the year, just because things blow up pretty good. So, but I got this little open range right here, Mr. Lewis. Got to get over to him for him to put it's got a slide cable broke on it, so we're going to get that changed out this morning, because this unit here has been sitting on my lot now for about 2.5 years, and I put in to the state for a mechanics lien on it because the guys abandoned it here, and the bank finally called me and said it's not worth their time, so it's mine. So I've got it sold tomorrow, so got a cable problem with one of the BAL slides, so gonna get that changed out, and then we're gonna get it gone because it's been here too long. And unfortunately, I got another camper up there that's been abandoned. The guy's kind of giving me the runaround, so I'm gonna send off and get a hold of it also. So the way it goes sometimes. So anyways, we're gonna get rolling this morning. I gotta get this down to Mr. Lewis, and then yeah, I don't know, we'll start showing you some stuff. The boys have a little bit of work, but it definitely is slow, so we'll see. Welcome back. All right, so you can see Mr. Lewis has got the new cable installed in this unit, so wasn't too bad. This fascia, somebody has done a bunch of remodeling in here, so that fascia just had 2 screws there, 2 in the middle and 2 on the end. Pull that out, and it was just a little short cable right here. So all done and ready. All right, next project here for the boys is this big horn, and this big horn has got a busted black tank. It's hard to see right there. It's kind of dark under there, but the tank has got a problem, leaking everywhere, and so got with the manufacturer, and they've actually got the new tank sitting right here. So they just got to get the other one out and get the that's what they're working on now. So it's in progress. All right, so they've been working here this morning, and they have got the tank out of this thing. So just got to go through here and get some drains put in it. But yeah, heading in the right direction. So next project here is the Bradley County Sheriff's bus. It's got some water leaks and several other problems going on. So the boys are starting on it next. Just try to see if they can get. We're going to quote everything out to them and figure out where all the issues are at, and then they're going to work up a quote and call them. So you can see we work on most of the emergency vehicles around here, and the biggest reason we do that is because we can get it in and out and don't have to sit down at the big box store for months at a time. These folks might need this thing, so they get it into us, and we get it under control, and we get it out and back to them, because obviously our first responders are very important in this area, and we want to make sure they have the tools and the stuff that they need to do their job correctly. So yeah, they'll be in and out on that one here fairly quick. All right, so Mr. Thomas has been working on this unit here. The tank came in, and they've got all the parts together, so He's actually been sitting out here. He had to go in here and spin weld that drain plug on there. And then they've got the holes cut for the plumbing. And he's got the valve kind of fitted. So they're just kind of dry fitting it in here, see what they got. And they'll be installing that here very shortly. Well, good morning. Happy New Year. It is a brand new year. Hope everybody had a good New Year's. Hope everybody was safe and had a good time with their friends and family. We're back. And this little gray wolf, they got to work on it this morning. Schwintech's got a little bit of a problem. So they're going to be looking at that. It appears it's just nasty. It looks like this customer has put some white lithium grease in the tracks. Don't do that. WD-40 Hilco lube. That's really all you want to do there. So they're going to get that cleaned up and see where that's at. But it just appears that it's just got gooped up with some trash. So they're going to be cleaning that up and getting that going. We're going to go down here and see Mr. Lewis. I got another project we're going to talk about. So the voltage right there we talked about in the last video. Customer wasn't using the black tank correctly and it was all plugged up. So over the holiday break while we were closed, Cousin Gary gave that thing like 3 more treatments of Commando. And then day before New Year's, Jeff actually got underneath of it and was kind of pounding on the bottom of the tank and got it all loosened up. It's cleaned out. So they've got it flowing good. So it's done. So yeah, it's it's just a chore when you don't use that black tank right, guys. And then takes a lot of time and effort to get that stuff out of there. And fortunately, the Commando was able to get in there and eat all that up and get it digested enough where we could get it loosened up and get it out of there. So yeah, gonna have to have that conversation with that customer. But yeah, you got to float that stuff out of there, guys. So Mr. Lewis got the basement air back in the river ranch. Now remember, this is one we did. It was one of the very first ones we did on the duct work, but that was before I knew about the pan to go up underneath there. So we just had to do a pan update. So we knew the basement air and all was working, just had to have that pan put under it so it would catch all of the condensation and the water and all that stuff. So that is done and updated. Let's go in here and see Mr. Lewis. I got another one we'll talk about here in just a second. All right, so the debacle here in the shop this morning is Cousin Gary actually hit the front of this with the pickup truck. So yeah, this is where I'm at this morning. So let me show you what we got. We got into it with the truck right there. Turned too sharp, not paying attention. So what we've done this morning is we've gone in here and actually, yesterday, went in here and Mr. Lewis has actually gotten all the rivets out of it. And this is the brace that was in there. And you can see what's happened to that brace right there. Now, I've got all my Clecos. And so this hasn't moved a ton. That's why we got the Clecos out of it. But may put them all back in when we start. Obviously, we'll have to put them back in when we put that new brace in. But I've made a new brace to go in that out of the same material. But, so yeah, now we're going to get the brace made. And then I've got a bunch of rivets we're going to buck. And then we'll start putting this back in here. But we'll see how it goes. Never done an Airstream repair, so this is the first. So there you go. That was a fun conversation when I had to call the customer and talk to him about his beloved Airstream that Gary hit with a truck. So the other part of that is he after it left here, he's actually getting this portion of the unit buffed. He's going to get this unit buffed, and so part of the issue is also, this camper ain't perfect, but there's some pretty good marks right there. So what I'm going to do is we're going to from here, this point, we're going to actually pay to have the whole front of that buff. Now the bad part is the buffing starts right there. That's how they quote that. So that's basically from there to here is basically 6 feet at $250 a foot. So yeah, I'll end up having to pay for the first 6 feet, which is, it's okay. I mean, we want to do what we got to do to take care of the customer. It sucks that this is where we're at. You know, the joys of being your own boss. Yeah, go out and start a business. It'll be fine. What could happen? So this is where we're at. Got to do what we got to do. So anyways, so we're going to, hey, may become a professional Airstream repair person after this. I don't know. We're going to learn how to buck rivets. We're going to learn how to fab parts. We're going to learn how to take care of that stuff. So who knows? Maybe that's the next adventure. Okay, so you can see we've got all the Clecos in it, and we got our piece built, our new brace built, and it is in. So the new brace is in there, and then we'll start working once we get all this, you know, riveted back in. Then we'll start working on some of these other. I gotta get some rigidity in that before we can do anything more. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so he got a big majority of it out of there, putting that straight piece back in there. We got it all bucked in, so looking pretty good. So he's going to do a little bit more work in there with the metal, see if he can work that out. But hey, heading in the right direction. All right, so Mr. Lewis has got this all put back together. Now this spot you see right here is where he was kind of sanding on it a little bit, buffing on it. Of course, remember, we're going to pay to have the whole front of this thing buffed, but we put a straight edge across there, and that distance and the original distance, because there's a little bit of a bow right there in, but it's the same there as it is over here. So got that ready to have some buff work done on it. All right, so this little project right here, a little hybrid, getting some little insert frame up in the end right there. So they're working on that. So a little bit of a short week this week. Hope everybody had a good, New Year's. So, but it's 2025, so we're going to be a good year. So we're gonna get out here and work on some stuff. I'm actually leaving a little bit early today. Jan and I are gonna be off next week for vacation. So, kind of finishing up a little bit early so her and I can head to the house and get things packed. But yeah, thanks for all the comments and all the Christmas wishes we got from last week's video. So thanks for that. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll see you in a week or so when we get back. He's busy talking on the phone to somebody. But if he was available, he'd say this video's Cousin Gary approved. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Y'all have a great weekend. Take care.